everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're looking at a young lady from GABOR's luxury designer series. Her name is Glamorize Always. This is what she looks like, and I have her in the color Shaded Golden Wheat, so stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Coco and this is Coco's Hair Solutions. Today we're looking at Glamorize Always by the GABOR's Luxury Designer Series. She is a beautiful shattered bob with long sides that caress the face, and she has shattered ends. She's in the color Shaded Golden Wheat. And I have her sitting right here on the mannequin. You can see she has long sides that come around the jawline and crest the face. She has an eyelash bang, and she is shattered and slightly stacked through the back of the wig. She is a low density wig and really pretty young lady. A great addition to anybody's wig wardrobe because she's one of those kind of bobs that just is universal. So we look at Shaded Golden Wheat. It does have a darker root area, but it is a softly blended one. So you don't have an extreme stark stop-start line between the rooting and the main color of the wig. But this golden wheat is beautiful. It's a SS14/88. So you've got some really beautiful warm gold honey blonde in throughout this whole wig. Beautiful color. Okay, let's look at her cap construction. So she is, because she's part of their luxury designer series, she's got a full mono top and a mid ear tab to mid ear tab lace front. She has a dart coming from the crown going towards the center of the top. Also, this fabric that they're using here on this top mono area is wonderfully soft. It does give you a little bit of stretch, and it's a double layer. Look at that. They've got a mesh lining on top of the monofilament top, so that makes it much more comfortable for you. They've also surrounded that crown area with a soft velveteen band to make that less irritating as well. So we've got our ear tabs with metal stays in them. We have a standard nape and then Velcro adjusters on the right and left, and then lots of wefts so that we don't have to worry about those showing when the wind blows. So that's going to give us this beautiful profile on this lightweight wig. So we'll go ahead and put her on. Before I do, what I have on today is a young lady by Tressolure, and she is called New Waves, and I've done a review. I'll put that tag right up there, and you can go ahead and look at her whenever you like. All right, so let's go ahead and put on Glamorize Always. Okay, let's pull this up to my hairline. Get that laying down a little bit more. Now she's parted on the left from the factory. We can leave it there, or because she is a full mono top, we can go ahead and part her wherever we want. We can give her a middle part or a part on the opposite side. Let's look at that hairline. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, look at how pretty. And of course it has bleached knots and that beautiful highlight going right from the hairline, the lace on the front. Okay, so now I can tell already that this wig, the hair fibers are leaning towards the front of my face. So I would probably spend some time working with those hair fibers to move them back. Maybe taking my fingers to begin with and moving all of those hairs from that whole top area, moving them back a little bit and applying some warmth from my hand. Maybe if I wanted to do a little bit more aggressive changing, I might do it from underneath the cap. going from the inside and applying maybe some heat in that direction. But let's go ahead and do a spin for you right now, okay? Here are the long sides on this young lady. You can see the stack in the back. Beautiful. And again, on the opposite side. So this young lady is cut in a symmetrical fashion. Everything is even on both sides. We do have the eyelash fringe that comes across. You can leave it just like that, or you could even just go ahead and cut bangs into this young lady. She would do great with that. We've got our mono top, and let's go ahead and see what this looks like if I brush that zigzag factory made part out of there. Let's see, we're gonna move that way, move that way. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Can you see that any better? This is a wonderful little bob. Now, there is such a low density on these side pieces. Very easily could we put that behind our ear. And look at the length that you get on the neckline. So I'm guessing that the nape area is going to be a little bit longer. So let's go ahead and read about her, okay? Okay, so the front is 7 inches. So that's what we have with these eyelash bangs here. 7 inches. The crown is 7 inches. The sides are 7.5. The back is 6.5. The nape is 3¼ inches long. She weighs 3.4 ounces. She comes in an average size only. And I have to tell you, the cap fits so nicely. This has got such a nice amount of stretch in it, and it's really hugging my head. And I'm finding that with this particular kind of mono top, I get that kind of good fit from the luxury designer series on these wigs. They fit really nice. Okay, she comes in 14 regularly non-rooted colors, and she's also available in 14 rooted colors as well. And I guess that's it. Yep. But she is a beautiful little bob. And of course, depending on your length of your features, you're going to find her hitting you at maybe a different spot than it does on me. I'm 8 inches from my hairline to my jaw, 8 inches. So that gives this side quite a ways to go, and it hits me right here. But if it's a little too long, can you see how this would probably just adapt very well to being trimmed? Just something very simple like that. That would work really well. You could do that. So we've got a low density wig here in a wide variety of colors. That's 28 total different colors. And of course the quality of the mono top and the lace front, just really nice. Okay, here's the coverage I get on the sides. It feels adequate. It feels really adequate. I really do like the way that this wig fits on my head. It feels so nice and secure. Very, very nice. Okay, well, let's try a couple of little accessories, okay? Here is a cute look. I like pulling that central part back and leaving some tendrils around the face. Very cute. You can fasten it with any kind of barrette or clip that you find that works for you. But I like this look. Isn't that cute? Also keeps the hair from falling in your face if you have a job to do and you've got to lean over a desk or something for work. We also have our favorite accessory, our square bands, and you can take that and set that on top of your bangs that you've pulled back. Remove the clip that you had in there and just let the headband hold it in place. And that gives you a cute little look, doesn't it? Almost a little retro, but very cute. And did you notice my bling? I have a little bit of bling on my on this particular headband. And you could also take the bangs and sweep them up off your face and put a little clip to hold them in place to give you a little more polished, chic look. especially for evening wear. Wouldn't that be sweet? So let's take a look at this young lady and how she might look if we parted her in the middle. Well, there's a nice little look, just a little bit of a change, looking, having her part right down the middle. And if you wanted to move that part to the right-hand side of the head face, then you could do the same. Did you notice I put a little bit of extra heat from my hairdryer just right here so that I could add the pressure and let it cool off? And that is a real easy way to change the direction of these fibers coming off of that crown area. But you want to make sure and not use heat very long. I think I just used 5 seconds and that's all. You don't want to loosen up those fibers or the knots on the top, because then the hair will fall out. So you have to be very judicious in how you use heat with mono tops. Okay, let's add a little bit of water and see what kind of change comes. Well, as you can see, it accentuates the variety of color and the additional dimension that you can see with the powerful coloring that they use in these wigs. So the water helps to separate and help fibers cling to each other. And you end up seeing more of the undertones with the contrast of the highlights in front of it. So it gives you more of a stark difference of color that you see, or what we call dimension. Gives this wig a lot more dimension. Well, let's take this young lady outside and see what she looks like in daylight. Okay, we're gonna step outside. It is a high overcast day. I've got a little bit of sun's peeking through the clouds a little bit over there. But this is shaded golden wheat. SS1488 from GABOR's Luxury Designer series. Beautiful color. You can see what this looks like on top. And at the hairline, gosh, so pretty. And that extended lace front goes down in towards, onto the ear tab. So we can see the different kind of lighting and what this looks like. I hope I'm not cutting myself out of the picture there. But you can see, really pretty, huh? And this is a beautiful little stacked bob. Very lightweight. What is it, 3.4 ounces? Very, very nice. Okay, let's walk over here. I'm in the sunlight just a tad. Let me see, can you see some of that? There's a tad of just some ginger. Maybe we can see that. Yeah, really pretty. Ooh, there's some sunlight. Let me get up here. Ah, now I'm in the sunlight. Look at the color. Golden wheat, shaded golden wheat. Yep. Oh, such a pretty color, isn't it? Yep, beautiful. And of course you can bounce between GABOR and Raquel Welch and even some hairdo colors that will match this. It's a 1488 color. Alrighty, let's go back inside. Well, this is GLAMORIZE Always, a very wonderful little bob. Now, I did want to show you the picture and how it looks so much longer and fuller on this model than it does on me. And that is because my measurements are 8 inches from chin to hairline. My bone structure is much larger than this model. So if your measurements are smaller than mine, think about the difference that that's going to make when you put this wig on. Always pay attention to those side measurements and put that up against your face and see where that might end up falling, okay? That's one way to be a smart consumer, right? Okay, very nice little wig. The construction is wonderful. I'm very happy with it. The fit is great. The quality of the products that they're using to manufacture the cap construction as well as the fibers. These are heat-friendly fibers. Wonderful, wonderful. Just remember to add heat to them as you wear this. So you might want to take a flat iron and smooth out these lower ends so that the friction frizz doesn't take over too soon. All right, that's going to do it for us with this young lady. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed seeing Glamorize always. So you guys have a great week, and I will see you next time in Coco's Hair Solutions. Bye-bye.